All right, we have a serious stack of material in front of us today, and it really paints a picture of, well, an educational revolution.
It's a huge stack. And you're right, this isn't just a handful of universities, putting a few classes online. This is a comprehensive blueprint.
A blueprint for the global digitized future of advanced credentials. We're looking at dozens of programs, everything from certificates all the way up to a Doctor of Business Administration.
And all offered through these massive international partnerships. When you look at platforms like MDi Online or Upgrad, you see they're connecting top US, UK, French, German universities to millions of learners. The whole landscape has changed.
So it seems like the value proposition really rests on three pillars.
Exactly. First, you have these global university partnerships that give instant legitimacy. Second, the degrees are getting hyper-specialized. It's not just a general MBA anymore.
And the third.
A radical combination of affordability, flexibility, and maybe most importantly, speed.
So that's our mission today. We're going to dive deep into all this material, unpack the variety, and figure out what skills these global programs are prioritizing, especially in, business, tech, and the social sciences. We're turning a new map for you. Woo! Okay, let's unpack this. And I think we should start at the very top, the terminal degree, the Doctor of Business Administration, the DBA.
Right. For decades, you think of a DBA, you think of this long, expensive on-campus commitment.
Exactly. But now we're seeing it offered online, internationally, with really transparent pricing and timelines.
And the sources show this fascinating comparison. On one hand, you have, say, the European model. Take ESGCI in Paris, a French institution.
Okay.
They're offering an online DBA for, get this, $8,400 over 3 years.
Wow. For a doctorate, that's incredibly efficient.
It is. And their whole emphasis is on the achievement.
Yeah.
You earn the title doctor, and they even have an optional one-week immersion on campus in Paris to kind of solidify that prestige.
Okay, that sounds great. But then you compare that to a big U.S. school like Golden Gate University, GGU, right out of Silicon Valley. Their DBA is $13,500.
Right. A significant jump.
So why the premium? What are you buying for that extra $5,000?
You're buying the U.S. institutional pedigree. You're buying the network. GGU leans heavily on its reputation, its ranking as #1 for working professionals.
And the alumni network, I saw that over 70,000 people, including NASA astronauts, C-suite leaders.
Exactly. For a lot of people, especially if you're aiming for a high-level job in the U.S., that brand recognition, that network density, is worth the premium. You're trading pure affordability for an established reputation.
But this is where it gets really interesting, and it shows you exactly where the market is headed. GGU also offers an ultra-specialized DBA.
The one in emerging technologies with a concentration in generative AI.
Yes. And that one jumps the price all the way to $20,000.
And that jump, that extra $6,500 over their standard DBA, that's a huge market signal. It's telling you that professionals will pay an incredible premium for deep, specialized knowledge in bleeding-edge tech.
I mean, the curriculum mentions large language models, brain decoding.
Yeah.
This isn't just managing IT.
Not at all. This is about using AI to fundamentally restructure a company, to automate workflows. That specific skill set is seen as so disruptive, it commands that top-tier price.
And with that kind of investment, you need assurance. I noticed the European schools, like the Paris School of Business, were really pushing their triple accredited status. For listeners who don't follow this, why is that such a big deal?
It's crucial. MBA, AACSB, and EFMD are the 3 major international benchmarks for business schools. Getting all 3, triple accreditation is the gold standard.
So it's a guarantee of quality.
It's a guarantee of global quality. For an online degree, which can face skepticism, that triple stamp is vital. It means your credential holds weight in London, Dubai, New York, anywhere. It's non-negotiable proof of quality. Okay, so let's shift down to the MBA programs, the core business engine. Still essential, but now the competition is just. It's intense and is driven by speed, flexibility, and above all, cost.
This is where the numbers get truly disruptive. We have to talk about Edgewood University in the U.S. They're marketing their MBA as the most affordable accredited U.S. MBA.
And the price point is just startling. What was it?
$5,500 and you can finish it in 14 months. I mean, that combination is just, it's unheard of for a U.S. accredited program.
And the model itself is interesting. The sources say it's 100% online, and all the assessment is based on coursework, no exams.
Okay, I have to stop you there. Because the first question any professional is going to ask is, no exams.
Okay.
How do you maintain the rigor? Are you just trading deep understanding for speed?
It's a valid question. And the answer seems to be a shift toward applied learning. The coursework-only model forces you to apply concepts directly to, real-world assignments, case studies, big capstone projects.
So the bet is that practical application is a better measure of competence than memorizing for a final exam.
That's the bet. It removes the stress of standardized tests and replaces it with, ideally, intense practical project work.
That makes the affordability make more sense. It's a different delivery model. And if
Yeah.
you look at Germany, Steinbeis University is even more affordable in some ways.
In absolute terms, yes.
Yeah.
Their 18-month MBA is just €3,875.
And it's 90 ECTS credits. We should probably explain what that means.
Right. ECTS is the European Credit Transfer System. It's the standard metric for academic workload across Europe. So say it's 90 ECTS tells you it's a recognized intensive program that's transferable across the continent. It's that global standard again.
But this brings us back to that friction point. Why would you, as the learner, choose the Golden Gate University MBA for $7,000 over the $5,500 Edgewood one? They're both accredited U.S. degrees.
I think it comes down to customization and, again, that perceived institutional hierarchy. GGU lets you design your own specialization from a huge list of electives.
So you could focus on finance or adaptive leadership or business analytics.
Exactly. If you're in a niche industry, building that perfectly tailored MBA might be worth the extra $1,500. Plus, that Silicon Valley branding is a powerful draw.
What's reassuring, though, is that even with all this focus on speed and cost, the core curriculum seems solid everywhere. Strategic marketing, corporate finance, organizational behavior.
Absolutely. The foundation is robust. The shift isn't in what you learn, but in how you prove you've learned it. It's moving from theory and exams to immediate strategic application.
Let's pivot now, because this is where we really see a reflection of the job market, the next-gen specializations. It's not enough to just have a general management degree anymore.
It's not. You need deep competence that blends business with digital transformation, with data, with human behavioral science.
You really see that with the German programs from Steinbeis. They have entire MBAs in data analytics and AI or digital innovation and business transformation.
And their stated goal is to foster a data-driven culture. Using AI and machine learning, it's explicit.
And the technical depth is significant, especially from the UK schools. The University of East London, UEL, has an MSc in Big Data Technologies. We're talking cloud computing, machine learning on big data.
It's hard science applied to commerce. And what's fascinating is how fast even the prestigious schools are integrating this. The Paris School of Business, the one with triple accreditation,
Right.
they have modules on IoT, blockchain, cybersecurity. But they also have a course just called Generative AI for Leaders.
So it's not for the tech team, it's for the C-suite.
Exactly. It's about automating workflows, improving decision-making with LLMs. Highly pragmatic.
And beyond the hard tech, there's this explosion in blending business and psychology. You see it everywhere. GGU has an MA in industrial organizational psychology. UEL has an MSc in business psychology.
Steinbeis has one too. And if you connect the dots, they're all focused on the same things. Talent retention, employee well-being, assessing people, organizational design.
This is the new HR, isn't it? Moving beyond just payroll and benefits.
It's the science of motivation, productivity, and culture. The critical, non-financial levers for success.
And finally, you can't ignore the sustainability push. We saw an MSc in Green Economy and Sustainability from Xenophon College London. It had modules on clean tech and entrepreneurship for sustainability.
And even in an industry like oil and gas, the UEL MSc curriculum is centered on risk, sustainability, and navigating ethical dilemmas. Every single field is future-proofing itself.
So if you synthesize all this, what's the big takeaway?
The purely generalist degree is becoming obsolete. The market wants an accredited toolkit for specific niches. You have to blend your expertise, marketing, finance, whatever, with a cutting-edge skill. Digital consumer psychology, generative AI, organizational design.
To round this out, we have to look beyond just business and tech. We have to look at public service, education, engineering, fields that are being just as disrupted.
Starting with education, the MED programs show two really different paths. You have the established model, like from UMass Lowell. Their programs focus on things like curriculum and instruction, managing resources, social justice education.
So managing the system as it currently exists.
Right. It's about maintaining U.S. accreditation standards. But then you look at the Edgewood University MED in emerging technologies.
And that curriculum is completely different.
Completely. It's about integrating virtual reality, augmented reality, gamification, and practical use cases of generative AI directly into the classroom. One is about managing today's school, the other is about designing tomorrow's.
You see that same global focus in the law degrees we looked at. So many of them, whether it's an LLM or an LLB, are heavy on international law.
Things like international labor law, international corporate governance, conflict, and warfare. Because today, legal, commercial, and political disputes, they don't stay within borders. Your expertise has to be global.
And finally, the hard engineering skills. They're still in demand, but they're being framed through this lens of sustainability and digital, the LJMU MSc in civil engineering, for example.
It's designed to get you your chartered engineer status, which is a big deal, but its core focus is on sustainable construction and carbon management.
And even a foundational degree like a Bachelor of Science in Computing from Suffolk now covers cybersecurity, AI, data science, and mobile development right from the start.
Exactly. Even the bedrock fields are being retooled to handle future challenges.
We have covered a massive amount of ground today. We've mapped out this new educational terrain defined by really specific, high-value, and affordable online credentials.
From a 3-year DBA down to a 14-month, $5,500 MBA. And it's all underpinned by these powerful international university networks.
The pattern seems undeniable. The market doesn't just reward a general degree anymore. It rewards blending your functional expertise, HR, engineering, marketing, with a critical future-facing lens.
That lens could be AI, it could be sustainability, it could be social policy. The old career ladder is being replaced by this. This highly customizable, instantly applicable, accredited toolkit.
So the question for you to consider, based on everything we've just unpacked, is this. If these globally accessible degrees are all stressing skills like research, data analysis, and ethical leadership, what existing non-business profession couldn't benefit from applying principles of organizational psychology or generative AI or digital transformation to revolutionize how it operates? You've seen the curriculum, it's fast, it's focused, it's global. What's the innovative hybrid major that you would design to change your world?